You understand what it is really going after attempting to drop my hotly debated issues, my whole presence. You know, I'm meddling. I know how you make it happen. Kill everyone in here about your butt. If it's not too much trouble, comprehend that about the manner in which I love you. Marjorie. Elaine. The pressure between Steve Harvey and Wendy Williams has for quite some time been stewing on the daytime television scene. These two major characters have consistently had somewhat of a petulant relationship. Steve's impact and abundance are no confidential, and the allegations of his contribution in Wendy's program Wiping Out have begun to cause disturbances. Some say he pronounced a quarrel against her over what she was openly talking about his loved ones. Try not to allow this portion to wreck our marriage. Presently, Wendy Williams has never had it simple, despite the fact that she's been a darling figure on daytime television. Individual, expert, and medical problems have tormented her, and she has never been one to avoid debate. As a matter of fact, she's figured out how to tick off a significant number powerful celebs like Diddy and, obviously, Steve Harvey. These high-profile questions have prompted murmurs that a portion of these strong figures, including Steve, could have been working in the background to undermine Wendy's once flourishing vocation. So this is a little hamburger thing that everyone needs to begin since you need to become famous. That is cool. Isn't that right? However, you won't do it here. Be that as it may, what truly set Steve off? Indeed, it seems, by all accounts, to be the remarks Wendy made about his darling assenting little girl, Lori Harvey. Steve's affection for Lori is incredible, yet demolishing somebody's occupation more than a couple of gnawing comments appears to be outrageous. The tattle plants are beating with hypotheses that Steve's association in Wendy's ruin wasn't simply business. It was profoundly private. Fans contend we as a whole love Wendy for making statements that we as a whole are too terrified to even consider saying without holding back. In any case, Steve obviously didn't see the value in her unfiltered truth. Steve Harvey's reaction to Wendy's remarks wasn't simply a passing snapshot of outrage. It appears to have been a deliberate response. While numerous VIPs dismiss Wendy's much of the time sharp reactions, Steve decided to face them head-on, mirroring his profound close-to-home connection to his mixed family. The circumstance shows how Steve's association with his family, especially Lori, isn't simply shallow. A bond he will shield openly, regardless of whether it implies taking care of business in the untidy universe of big-name fights. Wendy Williams sure knows how to hit where it harms. Also, she focused right at Steve Harvey's weaknesses. She made sure to kids about his significant other, Marjorie, and his supportive children, particularly his cherished little girl Lori. I love this young lady. Best thing for me currently we will work. Presently we will make an environment of affection and everyone's welcomed into it, isn't that so? It's an obvious fact that Lori gets showered with warmth, time and gifts, something Steve's organic youngsters have not experienced. His child Broderick once uncovered. I didn't actually have my father full-time in my life until I was 16. Obviously Steve's inconsistent dispersion of fondness has mixed struggle and pressure inside the family, and Wendy was prepared to take advantage of it. In any case, Wendy's words weren't simply vacant talk. Steve's fanatical need to safeguard Lori has arrived at such levels that it's directed to a few problematic choices, including purportedly attempting to obliterate Wendy's profession. He was even said to have made an offer to supplant her television program with his own self-named program. Steve's affection for Lori might be sweet, however, when it turns into a poisonous fixation that will hurt others, one can't resist the urge to raise an eyebrow. I'm so defensive of her since I understand what she's facing. Presently we should discuss Lori's affection life, which has been a remarkable media sensation. Her choice to date rapper Future, notwithstanding a huge age hole, left many scratching their heads. Also, we should not actually dive into Future's confounded relationship history. Steve's relentless help for Lori, even notwithstanding such problematic heartfelt decisions, is demonstration of his serious connection to her. However, it was Wendy's editorial on this relationship that truly stirred up the fire. She got straight to the point, pummeling both Lori and her folks, saying Steve and Marjorie ought to be humiliated for allowing their little girl to act improperly and date a person with such countless children and a dubious dating notoriety. Wendy even added, on the off chance that this was my little girl at 23, I would be very vexed. Lori, what were you doing, young lady? Wendy's analysis of Lori's dating decisions and Steve's response to it has carried their fight higher than ever, blaming Steve and Marjorie for not keeping up with legitimate parental control. Wendy revealed what she saw as the imperfections in their nurturing. I don't regard individual security. That is the reason I do the hotly debated issues. Wendy Williams sure got straight to the point when she pursued Lori Harvey's relationship with Future and didn't extra Steve and Marjorie Harvey by the same token. Her analysis of the 23-year-old's affection life and the manner in which her folks handled it made very much a mix. Lori's fans were none excessively satisfied with Wendy's comments, getting down on the television diva for her language and naming her explanations as unseemly. Yet, this is exemplary Wendy Wright, continuously expressing her genuine thoughts, consistently known for that harsh tone and brutal position on VIP matters. Web-based entertainment was humming about the episode. Be that as it may, while the babble was going on, Steve Harvey was supposedly plotting his retribution. Why? Since this was an immediate hit at him and his significant other, Marjorie. What's more, Steve doesn't warmly embrace reactions of his nurturing, particularly given his muddled relationship with his natural youngsters. Trouble usually rolls in like a flood. The change of on-screen show into genuine quarrel is to be sure a shock for some. What's unmistakable is that this story has hit a sore spot and touched off a discussion that goes past the screen. Whether you're Group Steve or Group Wendy, the discussion keeps on seething on, mirroring the interest and debate of the universe of big-name tattle. Okay, tattle devotees, presently it's your chance to say something regarding this high-stakes VIP confrontation between Steve Harvey and Wendy Williams. What is your take on Steve's supposed vengeance plot? Could it be said that he is actually the shrewdness specialist a few fans accept, or is Wendy the brains behind her own defeat? We need to hear from you. Leave your considerations in the remarks segment beneath. That is totally supportive of now, people. You're the best for spending time with us today. Assuming you had a great time as we went ahead and crushed that like button. Also, in the event that you haven't previously hit buy-in so you won't pass up all the succulent tattle we have arranged for you. Until sometime later, keep those remarks coming and remain wonderful. We need to hear from you. Leave your considerations in the remarks segment beneath. That is totally supportive of now, people. You're the best for spending time with us today. Assuming you had a great time as we went ahead and crushed that like button. Also, in the event that you haven't previously hit buy-in so you won't pass up all the succulent tattle we have arranged for you. Until sometime later, keep those remarks coming and remain wonderful.